I started with the Rotary Club in 2022, early 2022, and I was a friend of Rotary to start with. When I started, there was only about 5 of us. We met actually right here at this table, and
there was only 5 when you joined?
There was only 5 when I joined.
You were number 5?
I was number 5.
Okay.
So, and then there's been a few that have dropped off even then. At that time, Kate was the current president, and she said when the first meeting I had, she's like, "You're going to be the next president." And I was like, "Oh no, I don't have a clue what I'm doing here." So then, about a couple months in, the president had quit. They met to see if they wanted to give in their charter and be done. And I said no, that I invited Mark. Mark and I talked about it, and he said I'd be a good president. I took it over in 2023 as the president, and my goal was to grow us to 20 members. And
when did you start your campaign?
My campaign started in June.
Okay.
So
you've gone from 5 to 19?
Yep.
Since June?
Since June.
Okay. Now how did you do that?
Just talking to people, inviting everyone from the chamber, and connections I already had in the community. Mark's been very influential in that. He's brought some people as well. But I work at Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union, and I already had some connections before that. So I brought friends of mine to the club.
Okay. Now, why is it important for a community to have a Rotary Club?
The reason we need a Rotary Club in Rogersville is because we need a service club. We need a club that's very community oriented, giving back to the community. We need to make sure that the people that are being forgotten are not forgotten. We need to give back to those people and make sure that we always remember them and make sure that we give back.
So the first thing you had to do was to get some members.
I needed members.
You need Indians. not all chiefs. You have to have some Indians doing the work.
Right. Yes.
So what are your goals now that you have some people to help you?
Now that I have directors in place, I have a membership director who's going to continue growing the club. I have a service director who's going to look for those service projects that the community needs. And I have a fundraiser director, and I have a public image director. And we're all working together to make sure that the club is giving back to the correct things that we need to give back to.
Okay.
So definitely helping out the elderly community. They need some help in their retirement homes. Those are their last places, so they need to have something beautiful to look at every day.
Right. And I heard they mentioned your project is going to be a cleanup project at the nursing home. Which nursing home is that? Signature?
That is, I believe that's Signature, yes.
Okay, so they're going to clean up the courtyard.
Yep.
Make it look pretty.
Yep, they have a koi pond that's really mossy and pretty gross looking, so we're going to bring that back to life.
Is there anything else that you guys have on the burner right now as far as projects? Or are you still trying to just grow and get more resources?
We're trying to give back to the Cub Scouts as well. Last meeting we met with Danny Jackson, and he needs help putting those kids in uniform so that they feel like they're part of that community as well.
And is there, if like in a perfect world, if you got your membership up to a level that you'd like to have it at, what kind of projects would you like to tackle?
Probably helping with the homeless, helping feed children that aren't getting fed through the summer programs, things like that.
Thank you for inviting me here today. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited. It's beautiful. Greg Maschiolik and I came together, and he drove it. I could look around at all the wonderful, beautiful things your community has to offer. So raise your hand if you're glad that you live in this beautiful community. Raise your hand if you'd like for me to live in your beautiful community. Yeah, I'm scouting a place to retire someday. That was a joke, but I would like to. I seriously would like to. And that's one of the pleasures that this job allows you, is to see all the beautiful things and the places that your clubs just live in and thrive in. And when I say thrive, let me just say that the Rogersville Club is thriving. Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
Yes. And I've also had it said to me of why they think it's thriving as well as it is, and her name might be Misty. Yes. Let's just give Misty a round of applause. Listen, this girl is devoted, she's passionate, she cares, and you can see it. And she has a team of a lot of people here to make this even better and bigger than it has ever been. And if you, besides Misty, now we can't pick Misty, okay? Who else in this room, if you had to pick a cheerleader today, who would it be?
Chuck, he's my cheerleader.
Chuck in the red?
I'm just gonna pick Sherry.
Sherry too, yeah, Sherry.
Is that Sherry?
This is Sherry.
She's great on selling funnel cakes.
Funnel cakes are good.
That's our biggest fundraiser for the year.
That's your biggest fundraiser? So, okay, Chuck. You want to be the cheerleader today?
If that's what I need to be, I'll do my best.
Every club has a cheerleader. We're all supporters on the team. We all need a cheerleader. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
And what is it cheerleaders have?
It looks, but not for me.
Okay. Could it possibly be pom-poms?
Oh.
Good story behind these pom-poms, okay? I had a matching set and somebody stole them. Seriously, somebody stole my pom-pom at a Rotary Club. Whether they meant to or not, I don't know, but I have one of a kind. This is what Tennessee Tech of long ago when they cost $2.95. This is how they look today. They've deflated just a little bit.
Yeah.
This is more on the 10-year range. The ones I have were brand spanking new, so they really flew up in the air. So Chuck, you have one job today. You're the cheerleader for your club, okay?
Okay.
And every time you hear something worthy of a cheer, what do I want you to do?
Cheer and shake my
Woohoo!
pom-pom. Shake your pom-pom.
So the club success will be measured today by your woohoo.
All right.
Okay?
I'll see what I
Anytime
can
you
do
hear
for
something
you.
good. Anytime you hear something worthy of a woohoo. And we're gonna judge Chuck about how good he does today, okay?
I gotta see a test one.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, let us have a flavor of the, let's hear your, we may get another cheerleader. I didn't hear a woohoo, excuse me, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, you got.
Is that better?
Awesome. Yes, that's, hey, he's elected, okay? He did a great job. So anytime Chuck hears something good, he's gonna do a good woohoo. So let's keep score of how many woohoos you're plugged in today. How about that?
Sounds great.
Okay, how many in the room watched my video in July? Go, David Phillips. How many's gonna go back and watch the video? Okay, that deserves a woohoo. Already letting down on your job, Chuck.
I'm sorry.
Pick it up, pick it up.
Yes, ma'am. I'm on it.
Okay, seriously, we have initiatives for the year. I laid all that out in July in video, so you can go back and you can watch that, and it's gonna tell you a lot of things that Misty is working hard to do this year. And boy, it's coming to fruition as we speak. It's all over the place, and congratulations to you. And, yeah.
Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, I love it. So go back and watch that, and that will tell you some of the plan for the year.
I get you.
But we do have 3 initiatives that are main initiatives: empowering girls, building peace, and does anybody know what the third is?
Is it growing the club?
Hey, let me tell you, that's always first. Mental health. Mental health. That is at the forefront this year. We want to get to a place where mental health is just okay to talk about. And I can see and I can feel it in this room. You guys lean into each other and you engage with each other. What one feels, another one's gonna pick up on. And that's what we need to do, is lean into each other and make everybody a better place, a safe place to be. So I ask you today if you would just keep in mind about those 3 initiatives. Empowering girls, I'm sure that you're doing that. Golly, we've already heard so many wonderful things that Annette told us about with the service projects. Wonderful things coming down the pike for you. And all the things just make your community a better place. So I ask you this question: does your community know all the good that comes from your Rotary Club? Do they know about you? Do you have a presence in your community?
We're getting there.
You're getting there?
We're starting.
Start to see?
We're getting there.
That's all you need.
We've got-
See there? It's something to get excited about today, people.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, Rotary is a good thing. We need people to know how good and wonderful we can be. And we can change the world. Maybe just small amounts at a time, but we can. We can make a difference. And you are beginning to do that, and you're doing it very well. Woo! Yes.
I missed the computer, sorry.
Yeah, and I asked David to make some notes today. And I want to just ask some people. I'm going to be really interactive, and I encourage you to go back really seriously and watch the video and pick up some things that you can help Misty with. But I did that for several reasons. One being, so when I come to visit you today, I can talk to you. I can just be one of you guys today and say, what a beautiful necklace you have on. I love that. That's beautiful. And I have a sister over here with a purse identical to mine. How much better can that get? We have matching purses that we will have a picture made together later, holding our purses. Just a little side note there. That's really important to ladies. But I want to ask you, and I will ask for volunteers. I won't point you out. But somebody tell me why that you chose to be a member of this club.
Because Misty told me to.
Good answer.
I'll shoot for that.
So, okay, Sherry, how long have you been a member of this club?
3 months? 3 months?
I think 3 or 4
Give or
months.
take, yeah.
Are you the newest member?
No.
No.
This is the newest.
You're the newest. You didn't know we were crazy, did you? I suspected. Yes. Cheerleader in training.
Yes.
Up here. Listen, tell us what you're enjoying about being in this club.
Probably like all the new people, all the new friends that I've made. And
Are they good to you?
They're very
Are they good to you,
Yes,
Sherry?
we're good to each other, and the fact that we get to impact our community.
Without a cue, he did it. He's getting better. You heard what Sherry said, impacting the community. One thing we need to do, increase their impact, right? And we're doing that. Even Sherry of 3 months can see it. And who's been the member the longest? Jim, can you tell us why that you stayed however many years you've been a member of this club?
Because this club was formed in 1925, and I wanted to see it to its 100th year.
That's wonderful. Yes.
And he's working on 100.
He's working on me.
And I'm almost living up.
Well, you can't beat that. I think he needs some kind of award. See, there you go. There's a award coming up for you, Jim. I can see it in the future. It's coming. Okay, who's next in line? Who's been here almost as long as Jim?
Debbie.
Probably me.
Debbie,
Yes, ma'am.
what keeps you in the Rogersville Rotary Club?
The camaraderie, the reason that I wanted to be in Rotary to start with goes way back, the eradication of polio. And that was my draw.
You would make a wonderful Polio Plus Society member. I just know you would.
That was, that was
Yes.
the draw to begin that as a group, we can do good, do good for the community and the state and the world.
I love it. There's your commercial. Oh, man. Heck yeah. Do we have any Golden Eagles in the room? Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles? probably too far east for that, right? Okay, just checking. I always got to throw that out there for your alma mater, you know, you just got to kind of go there. But oh my goodness, let's talk about polio for a second. The world today doesn't know a whole lot about polio, do they?
No.
They haven't been versed with that. Some people think it's crazy that we still make up money for polio. Let me tell you that it is not. Because until it's gone from the face of the earth, your mission is not over. It is not over. And we need those dollars in order to vaccinate more people to get it away from the rest of the world forever and ever. But I say that to say this. I have a colleague that's a governor up in Ohio, Illinois, somewhere up in there. And she knows a lady that's on an iron lung. And I know anybody that's in Rotary just about knows what the iron lung is. She sent us a picture of Martha laying in her iron lung. Martha needs a generator, a new generator, to make her iron lung keep functioning if the electricity goes on. This is real, people. Martha is not the only person out there that's living in these iron lungs. And have you ever put your eyes on one of those? They are scary to look at. They are so, to just visualize somebody on this iron lung is just like, but then to know somebody that knows somebody that's standing there at that little tube head, talking to her, and she's asking for a new generator, you know? So my district governor colleagues are trying to put the funds in there so she can make this a reality. So just saying that it's still out there, and that's why we gotta keep fighting. And we just finished the Purple Pinky campaign. Did you guys participate in the Purple Pinky by chance? Do you have a Dunkin' Donuts up here? No Dunkin' Donuts. Well, I wish you did, because that's very rewarding to get to go over there. We go at 3:30 in the morning in Cookville, and we put frosting on donuts. I helped there was 3 of us working this year, and we frosted 3,200 donuts. But it goes fast, because why? Because you like to keep them with, just like this. How many donuts could we knock out in this amount of time, the way we like each other in this room and talk? We can have it done in no time.
Do we get to eat some?
Yes. and the thing is, if you get to mix the icing, you can go like that.
I see.
And just, there you go. You gotta put purple color in it. But the long, what they call them, long johns? Is that what it is, Greg, long johns? The long johns, you put the purple, and it kind of looks like a finger. And that's to represent the purple that they paint the pinky to tell that if you've had the polio vaccination. So maybe someday you can get to the closest Dunkin' Donuts, wherever that might be for you. I'm not sure. Because I really quite honestly don't know where I am. I like it, but I just don't really know where on the map I am, I guess.
There's one in Kingsport.
Kingsport, is that close? That's where my brand new daughter-in-law came from, Kingsport. Yeah, so I'm at home here because she lived there.
There's one out at the airport.
One out of the
Tri-City
airport.
Airport, just before you get to the
Yeah,
airport.
you might want to think about that. We need to thank each other. We need to say thank you for what we do to each other. We don't really go around talking about ourselves much and maybe thanking people for what they do or what they mean for us. But just like Annette's over there killing it with the service projects thing, she's getting all this information delivered to her that she's bringing back to you, that you are going to just put into motion and do all these great things. And I read on your Facebook presence about your funnel cakes. Oh, goodness. So tell me about this Heritage Day. What is that? And why do you do it? Why is Heritage Day important to this Rotary Club?
Well, we used to be the only funnel cake stand in the Heritage Days. I don't know, the whole, what is it?
Event.
The whole event, whole food thing. We did have one competition this year, but our funnel cakes were $8 and theirs were $10. So I was able to send some of my volunteers from the high school out to the crowds to get them to come down to us. Yes. Yes.
See, there you go. Do what you gotta do, girl.
Yep. That's what we gotta do. But they've been doing. How long have you guys been doing funnel cakes?
Long before I've been here, going back to the middle 80s, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've been doing it.
Whenever
for a long
Heritage
time.
Day
So
started.
it must be working, right?
Yeah.
So is that, I know you've just started on this service project road.
Yep.
And, or I would ask you some questions pertaining to your service projects, but what you have accomplished so far with service projects, what is your favorite? What stands out to you the most? I know you said that's probably your first, maybe,
Yeah.
nothing before that at all.
Well, you guys have done service
Yeah.
projects.
Yeah, I don't remember, but,
Imagination Library we give back to. Boy Scouts we give back to.
oh, you mean, yeah, our main person that we support is the Imagination Library.
Mm-hmm.
Rotary Club actually got the Imagination Library started here in Hawkins County in 2005.
2005, that's great. Dolly Parton's gonna be in Knoxville, you know. He's gonna be at the UT Georgia game,
Yeah.
probably with an entourage of 1 million people surrounding her. But we see that Jim over here is brains this organization. He's got all that. And see, listen, he knows things that you don't know.
Right.
I feel a woo-hoo. Woo! Yeah. And this is the kind of thing we need to take note of. See, See, yeah, because Jim knows things that we need to trickle down to us. And that's one reason that I asked David to make notes when we go around and I ask these questions. I want to, maybe you've got something going on like the funnel cake for $8 versus 10. Another club might find that that's why we don't sell hot dogs at $10. And I told my club they was too hot. I mean, I did Saturday. I said, nobody's gonna pay that for a stupid hot dog. I don't care how big around it is, that's just nuts.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fundraiser, but hey, we still got a brain. And you gotta throw something in there if you're gonna charge $10 for a hot dog. So that's my point, we need to learn from each other. So we have a newsletter that your funnel cake would make a good story on. If you could just put a little article together, you send it to me, send it to Andrea Luden. See, ugh. I always get that wrong. I think I'm right and I get it wrong. But she does a fabulous job. Put that out there, what you're doing. Let the world see what you're doing up here in Rogersville. Shoot, make a big fat woohoo out of Rogersville. That's what I'd like to see. It's just, and you're doing so well at making that happen. Kudos to you, because you went from 5 to 19 members. And how many days? How long did that take, Misty?
4 months.
4 months. And what did you do to accomplish that? You had a courageous conversation maybe and asked
I asked.
or told in Sherry's case.
I asked.
No, you told.
I gave money to fireworks.
See, the girl knows how to work it. She knows how to do it. But all you need is a spark, and that just ignites everyone. And that's why we need to be cheerleaders like Chuck over here. Isn't he doing a great job? I mean, we really need to lean in to having fun. And when you're out there in the community and they see you doing these things, tell them why you do what you're doing. Not what so much you're doing. I use the 80-20 rule. Tell people 80% of what you're doing and why you're doing it, instead of just saying, oh, I'd like for you to come join me at my Rotary meeting. We have 1.4 million members. Wouldn't you like to be part of that? That's not fun. We need to show people, hey, you know what? We put clothes on kids. Hey, we teach kids to read. We take care of mothers that have no home. We do all these things with the Boy Scouts, the Boys and Girls Clubs. We feed kids that have no food in the summer. That's what we do. And if you reach out globally and do like we do and put money out there with all this other, we're supporting heart surgeries on babies. We're supplying wheelchairs to crippled children. We're not there in person, but that doesn't matter. Our $10 or our $100 is out there working for us. And that's what we need to remember, the good that we do in the world. We are creating hope in the world this year. That's what we're doing. We're doing a great job. We're growing. The membership is growing. And my goodness, Rogersville certainly is. And I commend you and all of your club members. You'll be woo-hooing you now from this day forward. That's the whole idea. Wake people up. Get them you-hooing for each other because, hey, you know what? You deserve to be bragged on today. Because it makes us all better people when we can see what we're doing is bringing people together and we're just really, really building something strong. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for just coming because she told you you had to. I think that's fabulous. And
it was a trade-off. She paid
see,
me.
there you go.
She paid me.
Wait, where's my payment?
Yeah. Okay, Sherry, I'm getting the feeling, honey, you really don't matter a whole lot here. So,
I can't make presentations.
I'll take you back to Cookville with me and I'll treat you good.
Sherry, woo-hoo.
But anytime, if you need me, I would be happy to come visit you at your events. Heck, I don't know how to make a funnel cake, but I could learn. I can cook pretty well.
I learned
Chuck,
that
can you do it?
We did,
Chuck can do it. I don't even.
Chuck makes a mean waffle
I learned
funnel
fast.
cake. Yeah.
Well, you know, there's so many things that people do. I've learned, like Rotary clubs tailgate at football games at the high school. I didn't know they did that. And they go and they hand out Rotary materials and say, woohoo, look over here. Don't you want to be one of us? You know, whatever they do. And I'm like, people, that's just an idea that we could do. I took that to my club and we're going to do it next year. We really are. Throw a few hot dogs in there. You got it. Go over to Ralph's and get some donuts. Psh. They'll come up to you. Give them a hot dog or a donut. They're going to come over. And then you can just say, hey, by the way, just get the word out there. Because it's coming for Rogersville. It's coming for you because I can see it. People's going to know who you are and what you do. I feel a woo-hoo, but I'm not here to woo. See, I felt like that was coming.
We were planning.
Hey, that's okay.
We were planning.
See, and I like that, and that's okay. And I want to leave you with this. Outside of just saying thank you for leaning into Rotary, thank you for leaning into your community and everything that you stand for here in Rogersville. And Greg's available, David's available, I'm available. Seriously, if you need me to roll my sleeves up, I do anything but touch animals. I won't do that. And I don't like snakes. But outside of those two things, I'm your girl. I don't care. I'll walk the streets with you, whatever you need me to do. And I don't say that as some sort of a martyr person. I say that because I care. And I want to see you do well. And I would just like to do it. I just like to do things. So I want to leave you with this. I'm inviting you to Cookville, Tennessee. Raise your hand if you've ever been to a district conference.
Not here.
See there? All right. Now, where did you go to a conference?
It was in Wisconsin,
My best friend lives in Wisconsin.
6450.
6450. Okay, this is going to be your new district conference chairperson.
All I told you.
Henry.
Should have kept your mouth shut.
Henry Hank over here is going to be your new district conference chairperson.
I see why the two of you.
I'm going to read about that. I'm inviting you to Cookville. It's not that far. It was the same distance from there as it was for me to get here today. And I'm not real sure how far that was because I did it in increments, but I don't know. The time is earlier there, so you can aim a neck. It's going to be for 1.5 days, and it will be at the Leslie Town Center. The hotel will be on Willow Avenue. And the room rate will be $134, I do believe. There's a rooftop restaurant up there. I think you'll have a good time. It's called Take a Walk on the West Side. It's gonna be a great event. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
When is this gonna be?
This is gonna be, thank you, Greg. I get so carried away, I forget the dates. May 17th and 18th, 2024. And if you're a golfer, there is a golf tournament on the 16th. Then you're welcome to have a team to play. I don't know how, I've never played in my life, but I'm gonna build a team. So if you wanna be on my team, the winners, just let me know. The winners, let me know. But seriously, think about it, because Henry Hank over here is gonna be talking to you about it. Because he's a veteran and is going to conferences.
And it'll be
Now,
fun.
yeah.
We learn each.
And there's an entrance fee to get in, and I hope to keep it at $99 or below. That's my goal. For like, and that pays for your food and all that, and then you will have a hotel. And I think they told me they was gonna pay for you to go this year. Henry Hank will tell you about that. Yeah, Henry Hank's gonna tell you all about that. But I just encourage you to come. We're gonna have just spurts of things from the district, and you can be represented as well. It's just a fun way to celebrate the end of the year. And Misty here has done such a fabulous job along with everybody else in this room that wow, boy, they like it.
Go Misty!
Yeah, so we're thinking about that, and I would love to see you there, just to share the fun and have some good times. It won't take much out of your weekend, so just know that you're welcome. Any information, call and ask me, but we'll be rolling out some of that later. But thank you for being so kind to me today. This place is just wonderful. I love it, and I do not say that everywhere I go. I don't. See,
Look at us.
I knew it.
It is Rogersville.
I knew it. Just imagine if he had real new pom-poms.
We may see that this weekend.
Oh,